It grows out of a course that I offered when I first came to Temple in 1996 called War and Society, which was basically an opportunity to play with this interest that I have in the connection between war and culture, society, politics, economics, the way that war is influenced by religion, values, economics, things like that. It's designed to focus on modules, so it's designed around, in my case, 5 different modules that look at different historical time periods, different cultures, and then the way this war and society intersection plays out in these different places. Probably my favorite one is the one on medieval warfare in Europe. We look in particular at the Battle of Agincourt, which was a battle between the French and the English in 1415. Shakespeare wrote about it. It's depicted in the play Henry V. And so it also shows up in the movies about Henry V that have come out. Sir Laurence Olivier did one as part of his Shakespeare series in 1944, and then Kenneth Branagh, as he's been going through all of the Shakespeare standards, more recently did Henry V in '89. So I use historical accounts of the battle. I use these 2 films and Shakespeare's play as well to look at this battle from different perspectives. How someone in 1600, Shakespeare, viewed the battle, how people in 1945 or 1989 would depict the battle, and the way it reflects their understanding of what medieval warfare was like. So it's a chance both to learn a little bit about medieval warfare, but also to think about how people remember history, why they remember it certain ways. I'm actually really more interested in the ends of war, what it takes to win, what kind of effects, long-term consequences war has. I think that's where you see this war and society connection drawn in sharp relief. What I really want to do with the title is emphasize that both war and peace are connected, and they are cultural constructs. We decide to go to war, we decide to fight a certain way, and we decide to make peace for different reasons, and those reasons have changed over time. And we can really focus in on relatively narrow topics and then have a little bit of fun with them. So, for example, in the section of medieval warfare, we fire trebuchets at little knights that we set up on the table and give out candy bars to people who are able to knock down the castle walls and things like that. We tour the Arms and Armor exhibit at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. We use the Tyler war poster collection that's at the library to talk about propaganda and World War I, and really just from the standpoint not just of the history and the kind of background, but looking at the posters as art too, and the way they're composed and how they might have different effects on people because of the way they're designed. What you're seeing here are some examples of the pieces of propaganda that students have produced as part of this final project. Again, they pick a topic that interests them, they research it a little bit more, find out about the background, the context of war in this particular society, and then they produce a piece of propaganda that would be effective. I love teaching. I invest a lot of energy in teaching and a lot of emotion, and I can really feel, I feel like I come out of a class when I've done a really good job, and I'm happy and excited, and I'm kind of down if I feel like I haven't really gotten the point across.
I really enjoyed it. In lecture, Professor Lockenour had a lot of slides going all the time, and I was really excited about teaching what he was teaching.
One thing I found in Dr. Lockenour's class was not only his enthusiasm for the subject, but his vast knowledge as well. And I found myself, after the class, better able to analyze data and just general literature about certain subjects.
I really enjoyed the class. It helped me with my writing skills, especially in history.
One time he came in like this outfit, and it was this whole soldier's uniform, and that was pretty cool. He had a catapult thing one day, so he kind of just wanted to bring like the class to life for us.
I highly recommend it. The class trips and everything else, everything all together was really great.
We're attached here. One of the purposes of the course is to try to teach students a little bit about what historians do and how historians construct arguments and how they write, what kind of sources they use, and how they work with those sources to develop their argument.